All right, guys, how's it going? Welcome to our Monday motivational makeover meet. It is Monday, the 19th of March, 5:25 p.m. We are over here located in Glendale, California, at my salon near the Americana and the Galleria. And I have my special guest and client and friend, Greg Lawson. Say hello.
Hello, how's it going?
And so we are coming to you live to tips. I'm gonna start by cleaning up Greg's facial hair, just using our wall T-liner clippers. And then I'm gonna go into a little bit of hairstyling and then just kind of talk about, hi Mandy, talk about motivation as I am doing his men's grooming. So let's get started. And slightly give it a slant, but enough for you guys to be able to see. And I'm gonna go ahead and take this camera and come in a little closer. Hey, Justin. Hello, Christopher. All right, so you're gonna start with a Clippers Mate comb that looks like this is perfect for the beard trimming, hair trimming, and what I'm gonna do is turn Greg's face to the side. I like his beard full, but it's these hairs that are sticking out that I wanna clean up, just so it doesn't look kind of raggedy, and it's gonna have more of a polished feel. So I'm gonna take my clippers and first use my comb to kind of gently lift up, and it starts to clean up the hairs that create a bend, and it looks a little bit kind of curly and frizzy at times. Would you agree? Right?
Yes, yep.
So that's what we're trying to avoid. We want more of a cleaner, smoother. So men, you can still have a nice full beard, but it needs to be taken care of. You need to actually treat it like the hair that you do on your head. So I actually recommend shampooing, conditioning your beard, and then even blow drying it, because it's gonna help maintain it and make it look a lot more manageable and groomed. So once that's cleaned up, you're gonna also line up and edge your beard. Alright. Go ahead and take your clippers, flip them upside down, and start to clean up the top. And then next is the mustache. Alright, so that's easy. Now we're going to do the other side, so I'm going to have you turn this way. Go ahead and take your comb again, line it up, and see the hairs that start to kind of curl out. That's what we're trimming. And then I'll actually go in and freehand some of it. But I do like the beard to be a little fuller by the chin. It gives you a nice masculine jawline. And then back to the camera. Let's do the mustache on this side. And then basically that's what I'll do for my clients, is line them up, give them an idea of where their beard should be at, and then they're gonna go home and shave the rest, and that's it. They're pretty much ready to go. So now that his hair has been washed and cut, now I'm gonna show you how to style it. So the simple products that you're gonna need: ahead and cleaned up Greg's beard as well as his hair. I gave him a nice hard line on the right side of his head. Now I'm gonna go in and show you how to style, kind of like a modern gentleman style. So I'm gonna take sea salt spray and go ahead and just spray it all over. Next, I'm gonna take American English hair, which is one of my favorite vegan products, and pour about that much amount for the entire head. Emulsify it with 2 hands. Go ahead and just start to massage it in the hair. And you're gonna need 2 things after this. You're gonna need a blow dryer. I'm gonna have you hold that really quick. And a round brush. Make sure your blow dryer has a nozzle to prevent frizz. You're gonna go in with your round brush, and depending on the direction of the hair or how your client wants it is how you're gonna angle the direction of your blow drying. So Greg usually likes to go this way.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. And it doesn't have to be completely dry, it can just be slightly damp, and it'll actually dry completely in just a few minutes. I also like to go back with the cool shot, and that'll lock in that product that we just used so it stays nice and smooth looking. All right, once that is complete, then we're gonna go in with some products. So as you guys know, I like to go live every week just to check in on the latest trends for men's grooming, hair, makeup, eyebrow, cosmetics in general. This week we're focusing on the men's grooming for beard. And hi Liz, I see you Caitlin. And so we just finished his beard and now we're gonna finish styling his hair. But I also recently have started to invite special guests to my Monday Motivational Makeover meeting. I know it's such a long name. It's Motivation Makeover. And the reason I do that is because I like to check in with all the viewers and all the followers and friends and family just to make sure that you guys are still motivated. So, and I like to invite guests that motivate me. And, you know, I do have to say that Greg is one of those people and I really like his style as far as photography. If you haven't followed him already, what's your handle?
Greg.Lawson, GREGG.Lawson, LAWSON.
And, you know, also just his like ethics in general as far as like giving back to our community and just sharing the knowledge. Like he's really great about making others' visions come to life, which I appreciate. So Greg, I wanted to see if you can share with our viewers why you do what you do and what motivates you as an artist.
Well, what motivates me is kind of, well, I'll go back to a few years ago. Someone asked me the simple question of why. Like, why do you do what you do?
Yeah.
You know, and that kind of just wrecked me a little bit. I'm like, you know, I never really thought about why I'm doing what I just know I like this, you know, whether it be photography or film, but I never really asked myself why. So, you know, whether it's motivating people, I think what gets me up in the morning is knowing that I can make someone's day, whether it's photographing for, you know, headshots or like videos and reels for people.
Right.
And even the animation projects that I work on, it's kind of inspiring it's inspiring people the same way that I've been inspired.
Right.
And it's kind of connecting with people on an emotional level because people connect with people through emotions and vibes and everything and energy, and that's crucial to an artist's craft.
Absolutely.
So it's definitely all emotion, and if you don't have that in your work, then you've got to rethink and ask yourself why. Like, why are you doing what you're doing if no one's connecting with you?
I like that. So what would you say, just some advice and some tips for our viewers on staying motivated? Like, what would you recommend that they do on their own?
I think it depends. I mean, I'm a 20-something-year-old who works a full-time job and has 2 other side companies. I work full-time in retail, backroom management, you know, okay stuff that kind of gets me by,
But it's for Disney, which is awesome.
Yeah, right. And, you know, but it's just kind of, you got to utilize where you work, whether it's networking. And also, if you have leftover funds from paying your bills and everything, that can kind of fund your craft, whether it's, you know, my photography or my animation production. You kind of have to like cycle those funds together and kind of find purpose in your work. And it's all about time management too. I think that's very crucial when you're young. The time management.
I will say you are really good about that. You told me about this app that you used earlier, and you like create a list of what you're going to do for like tonight, right? Yeah. What is that app?
Evernote.
Okay.
That you can create bullet point, to-do lists, everything that has to do with scheduling.
Right.
There's an app called Trello, Trello. You can invite people to your board, and you can kind of share schedules, have people on a team work with you. And there's Slack. It's a professional communications app that you can file share through if you need to send photos or anything, or any file literally. And Google Calendar, as simple as that is, helps a lot too. Right. But there's so many apps out there. There's no excuse to not be organized.
Right. And even just as simple as your iPhone and having your iCal or Google Share documents, there's a lot of ways that you can really stay on top of being organized, and especially when you're collaborating. And I will say that is one thing that our strengths are as a partnership is we're really good at, sharing our ideas with one another and looping in our clients together, whether it's a headshot, a reel, an editorial, whatever the case may be. And that way there's no room for error and there's no like question marks or any confusion. Like we're all kind of on the same page, which I love and I appreciate. But yeah, if you guys have any questions as far as for photography, for Greg, or animation, because he's also into animation, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, just to keep it short, I love to produce and direct. I mean, at the moment, I'm wearing multiple hats when it comes to even doing post work and editing,
right,
sound design and everything. But ideally, it's producing and directing. So, if you know anyone currently that does 2D animation specifically, not 3D, but like 2D animation, we're looking for 2D animators, just a few of them for production that can hopefully wrap up at the end of this year. Because we just finished storyboarding and recording all the voices, but if you know any 2D animators,
for sure,
my way.
And what is the name of the animation you're working on?
The project is called The Lamb Below. It's a byproduct of a short film we completed last year, but we kind of wanted to change the story, artwork in the world, and kind of make it more on an emotional level, like I mentioned before.
Right.
And hopefully pitch it to studios, TV networks.
Right.
But first, it's going to be a web series just to kind of get it out there.
I love that. Yeah. So you guys, honestly, my tip, hi Melanie, my recommendation for you would be to surround yourself with people that you trust, that you feel have a similar aesthetic and style to your vision and what it is that you're trying to capture. Honestly, in Los Angeles, this is the capital of networking, and you have to be open-minded and be willing to, share ideas with one another and go to events and conventions and I'm going to a convention this weekend, Gen Beauty. So if you guys are out there, make sure that you visit me at the Los Angeles Convention Center. I'll be with Glamcore. So for all artists in general, entrepreneurs, it's really about that circle and the people that are around you that make you who you are. And I recommend picking people or trying to surround yourself with people that have strengths in areas that you might lack in. You know what I mean?
And are better than you and what you want to do. And great mentors. Like, I never went to school for what I'm doing. It's kind of just something you have.
And that's so inspiring.
Like, they don't teach you, to be a self-leader and a business person, because that's what it comes down to, especially for all of you in, makeup and fashion. You kind of have to be your own leader at the end of the day. And then, of course, you got to lead others. But surround yourself with people who are much better at what you do, so you can learn from them and take all the information you can get, because you never know who you're going to meet or anything.
I mean, honestly, we met on set. Greg was a model for a lifestyle photo shoot that I was working with another friend, and I was doing hair and the men's grooming for that photo shoot. And, you exchange your contact information, you exchange your Instagram, and then you follow up, and that's basically what happened. And now, almost 2 years later, we're working on so many really cool projects, and our portfolios have grown so much, and I'm so grateful to have you in my life. And I think it's only going to get better and even busier for both of us. So that's my advice for all entrepreneurs and artists, is to make sure that you have that group, that hub of people that you trust and that you can really rely on and can help you grow and better your knowledge and everything in general. So
and there's no race that there's no such thing as competition either. I think that's just kind
there's enough work for everybody.
That's when you compare yourself to others. That's what competition is.
Thank you for the hearts, guys. I see them.
Just don't compare yourself to other people. There's only one person like you, and if that person believes in you, you're going to skyrocket as high as you can. The thing that I think kills people the most is just waiting. Everyone progresses at different times in their lives. There's no race, there's no competition or anything. So
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as competition.
No. And if anything, maybe a little friendly competition,
like
a show or
exists,
something.
Yeah. That's entertaining.
But that's also gonna push your buttons and increase the passion, which I think is great. So. Anyhow, I hope you guys are motivated this week. If you have any questions, feel free to DM myself, DM Greg if you have any photography or animation questions. As you know, I like to check in weekly for Monday Motivation Makeover meeting and just see where you guys are at with trends and motivation in general. So thank you for watching. We are going to be hosting a contest soon. So let me know if you have any ideas and anything that you would like to contribute, or maybe you want to be interviewed and be a guest on my Instagram story live as well. So thanks, guys. for the hearts, and we'll see you soon. All right, take care.
Good one.
Thanks, Greg.
Yeah.